beat the Pistons 5 times this season. This is the 3rd time they beat them by 20 or more. Here's Khris Middleton and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just the way you guys started the game, do you feel like you sent the message that you wanted to send tonight?
I think we did a great job just setting the tone, playing hard, playing together. Pistons is a really good team, but we did tonight, we set the tone, and that's why we were able to get a win tonight.
Khris, we talk a lot about the offensive balance of this team, and I think if you think back to 12 months ago where it felt like both of you guys had to have this huge night for the team to win, tonight you were able to sort of work your way into the game. How good does that feel for you, I guess, to be able to know that you don't need to do it all?
It's great. I mean, I think it's been like that for most of the year where I know I have to force shots, take tough shots. I could, play within the offense. And tonight, the guys were great. Giannis did a great job of starting us off right and being in an aggressive attack mode. And everybody else, we just made plays for one another and then knocked down shots.
And Giannis, you started the game super aggressive, and we spoke a lot during the week about playing on Thon. You were able to get 2 foul calls on him in the first 2 minutes of the game, I think. What did you see from him defending you? And we know you've played against each other a lot, but it looked like you were certainly looking to be aggressive.
Obviously, Thon's a great player, great defender. I was just trying to make plays. I was able to get to the free throw line, get an easy layup, or find my teammate. But as Khris said, I was just trying to be aggressive. Start the game being aggressive, and I knew if I was in that in an aggressive mode the whole game, good things don't happen.
Giannis, before the game, Thon had mentioned that it's weird. Like this is just a weird experience to be on the other team. For you, what was it like? Were you feeling the same kind of thing going up against a guy that you've spent so much time with?
Of course, it feels weird. Of course, it feels weird. Thon is my little brother. Knowing since he came to the league, we've been friends. But at the end of the day, I know he's a competitor. I know he's going to come out here and try to do whatever it takes to help his team win. That's what he did tonight. But at the end of the day, when we go out there, both of us, we don't take nothing for granted. Being in the playoffs, you never know when you're going to be in the playoffs again. So I think both of us did a great job just playing hard and doing our job tonight and not seeing, this game as to reunite our friendship.
Speaking of that, he has that hard foul on you there in the second quarter. Just it looked like you hit your head, shoulder. Is there any, I guess, residual pain coming from that for you?
No. Of course, he did his job. It was a common foul, and we played through it.
Khris, 2 days ago you had said that you didn't feel like maybe this past month the defense has been as sharp as it could be. Is this as sharp as it gets, or how did the performance feel on the defensive end tonight?
I think it was great. I think we were physical without fouling. Throwing out the DHO as much as possible. Brooke did a great job contesting out the rim and rebounding and taking Andre Drummond off the glass. I think as a group, we all had each other's back. Everybody did their job on their man and their assignments. And then when rotations came to help out other guys, we were sharp with that. So I would definitely say so. It was great.
Khris, from a minutes perspective, does that seem like an ideal game one where, Pat Connaughton becomes your minutes leader on a given night?
I mean, if we're winning like that, for sure. I mean, we've had a lot of games this year where we haven't, necessarily played too many minutes. But that's just mean the team is doing our job as, a group. Guys are coming in off the bench. The starters are doing their job. So, I mean, if Pat's leading us in minutes and we're winning these ball games, I don't think you'll hear anybody complain, especially Pat.
Giannis, on the flagrant on Drummond, what was your take on that? And do you feel like more of this is coming in the playoffs? Are the referees going to have to protect you because you're going to be getting some hard fouls like this? That was obvious already in game one.
As a team, we talked about it to try to keep our composure whenever the opponent team try to foul us hard or try to hit us or play dirty. We say we got to keep our composure. We got to do our job, and our job is to win games. Obviously, I'm not going to look from the referees for protection. I just got to play smart and try to avoid those situations.
You guys obviously came into today locked in, focused, playing well as a team. After a big win like tonight, how do you roll that over to the next game?
I don't think we look at the scoreboard of what the final outcome was. Have practice tomorrow. Whenever we do, look at the film, get the adjustments that Bud wants to make, get our game plan, and come back with the same mindset, attacking, being aggressive, starting with our defense, and then just play with pace.
Giannis, I know you're very routine-oriented, but is there anything you do maybe a little bit differently come playoff time just to that would lead to that added intensity that it seemed like you brought to start this game?
No, actually, I didn't do nothing differently. I just, try to take care of my body, get some shots up, lock in. I usually do the same stuff. When I start changing stuff, that's when I, get out of my routine, and I'm not the same player, and I cannot help my team in the same way. So I just try to stick with the same routine that I've been doing all season long. Nothing changes in the playoff. It's just a basketball game.
Khris, when you said that you sometimes don't look at the score, do you mean it's something that comes from feel? And are there times where the score is reflecting one thing, but the feel on the court is not reflecting the same, perhaps, dominance you're seeing on the scoreboard?
It's just not playing the score. We had a big lead going to halftime, going to the third and fourth quarter. When you tend to look at the scoreboard and you realize you have a huge lead like that, you tend to let down. You tend to slip, and that's not the right way to play the game or to finish the game. You don't want to get them any type of rhythm or anything they see that they can take advantage of. So just try to play the game in the right way and not play the score.
Giannis, Dwayne after the game said something about how their guys weren't quite ready for the speed, the pace, the physicality of the playoffs. When you think back to your first playoff series, do you feel like you really comprehend just how different the playoffs can be, and how much faster and more physical it's going to be?
Of course. First of all, I don't remember nothing from my first playoff series. I'm not going to lie to you. A few days ago, I was thinking about it, and I actually realized I don't remember nothing. But, of course, the teams are more physical, as you can see. A lot of fouls, more fouls. The pace is extremely more, faster. But I don't know if they were ready for us. But I think we just try to focus on ourselves. We just try to play with pace, try to rebound the ball, help Brook rebound the ball, and just run to our spots and try to make plays.
So the Bucks continue their dominance this season over the Detroit Pistons with a huge win in Game 1 of their first round series, 121-86. We talk about what we can expect the rest of the series next. You're watching Game Time Live, Playoff Edition. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the schedule for the series between the Bucks and the Pistons. Game 2 you can catch Wednesday right here on NBA TV at 8. We'll see if we need to get past Game 4, which will be on TNT on April 22nd at 8 o'clock. And Giannis, he's trending a little bit on Twitter because Tino Mobley said this at King James. Pass that torch to Giannis. When you're done, brother, he is special. I don't know if I can say that other word on television. Where are you on this? When you look at the pantheon of the best players in the NBA, Tino Mobley, just hand it over to Giannis.
First of all, there's a lot of other players in that conversation, but if you watch how the Greek Freak is playing, he don't need to pass anything. He's taking the torch, lighting it himself, and walking around with it.
Just to be clear, you're saying Giannis right now is the best player.
There you go, putting words in my mouth.
I'm asking. I just need clarification.
I'm telling you, there is an elite class of guys in the NBA right now that are waiting for the day that King James says he is no longer, because we're in a great era right now of basketball. Steph Curry, Westbrook, James Harden, Giannis. I mean, the list goes on and on. Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
It's a special class right now.
Winter is coming.
I think
it's a short list. Shout out to my people. Yeah, it's a short list. And when, Jet, you just talked about it. Steph Curry, James Harden, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant. That LeBron actually couldn't get past over the last couple seasons, and he was the Finals MVP and done some amazing things. So there's some guys out there that's ready.
So he need multiple torches.
Yeah.
I agree. I think there are several guys that are going to carry the league over the next 5 to 7 years that are playing elite basketball. They're driving their teams to being championship contenders year in and year out. Giannis, though, right? The winter is coming. Giannis is like the Night King. Right? Oh, yeah. You heard that, right? They're just like super waiting for everybody to finish doing whatever they're doing, playing on the yard, and he's going to be there.
Well, here's the key to that. If you want to sit on the throne, don't you have to win a championship first? Right? Isn't that the key? So whoever wins this championship, you think they'll have that crown?
Not necessarily. Not
Still
necessarily.
up in the air. Because I know where you are on this. Like, until King James passes along.
I just think a lot of guys right now are the story and headline for the remainder of this next 3 months, just because LeBron James is not in the playoffs contention, right? So we're going to talk a lot about Giannis, KD, Steph, James, all these guys, and this is a great opportunity for them to, that cushion that LeBron has, that separation, it's going to shrink a little bit.
The other thing is the longevity of how long LeBron has done it for. You can never disregard that. These guys are having a couple, 2, 3 good seasons, but for the duration is why he is special.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that Giannis actually averaging a career low in minutes, just 32 minutes a game, but averaging career high points, field goal percentage, and rebounds. So, props to Coach Budenholzer doing it right with Giannis and getting the most production out of him.
But we definitely not going to do that, though. LeBron is still the best player in basketball, best all-around player possibly ever to play the game of basketball. So we just want to put that out there before that live out there.
That is very clear and concise, and I think we understand exactly what you're saying there, Karan. Now, we know Giannis, MVP candidate, another MVP candidate playing right now on TNT, James Harden against the Utah Jazz. When that game is over, this group and myself will be here bringing you post-game press conference for that as well. I'm Chris Miles, Jason Terry, Karan Butler, Derek Fisher. We'll see you guys after Utah Jazz and Houston Rockets.